Welcome to this quick video of the screw and bolt tool for Substance Painter. I'm going to go over some of the new features in the new updated version of the tool. So there are now two different workflows for this tool. There is the material kind of stamping it down workflow, and then there's an actual paintbrush workflow. So let's start with the actual kind of stamping it down workflow. So I'm going to create a paint layer. I already had one here, but I'm just going to make a new one for the sake of this video. And I currently just have a default soft round brush, nothing set on the brush settings at all. Now I'm going to search for the actual screw and bolt material. And I'm going to click and drag that into the material slot on my brush. And instantly, if I just click anywhere on here, I'm going to turn off the height real quick. If I click anywhere on here, you'll see that I am getting a brush and I'm stamping down Phillips heads. I did adjust the hardness of the brush. You'll notice if you picked the soft round and you click, you might get this weird kind of gradient like this. That's just due to the alpha on the brush having like a really soft fall off. So you just turn the hardness of the alpha up and it'll stamp down nicely. And you can still choose through all the different presets like bolt, and you can still edit all the segments and all the settings and whatnot. There are a couple of different settings now. There's base color, metalness, and roughness, so you can now change the actual color of it that gets stamped down like that. You can also have it not be metallic, and you can also change the roughness and all that inside of the tool itself now. And there's still flathead and rivets, and I can change the size and stuff like that, and hex bolts and whatnot. And then you might also want to use it as an alpha. So let's say another workflow is using it as an alpha. So I'm going to make a fill layer, and I'm just going to turn metallic up and turn the height up, and I'm going to add in a black mask and a paint layer. You'll find that if I try to use this method, it won't work very well, which is why I've created a special brush preset. So if I go to my brushes, and if you imported it in, if you've downloaded the update and imported in the brush preset, if you search for screw, you'll see that there's a screw and bolt alpha tool paintbrush. And so essentially you can ignore the parameters. The only thing that you want to really care for is the image input one. And this is where you can change all your usual settings from like Phillips head, bolt, flathead, hex, bolt, rivet, and welding alpha. So now if I stamp down, you'll see that it's the same functionality as the original tool. You can still edit all of this, except for the base material stuff doesn't really apply here in this paintbrush way of doing it. So it's just better to ignore that and focus on primarily your alpha settings, and that's it. So you can still do all the adjustments and all the presets still work and stuff like that. Next is the welding. So this is how you do the welds. You see here it looks a bit iffy. All we need to do is to fix that is scroll up in the paintbrush settings and turn on follow path. Probably want a bit of size jitter, not much, maybe a little bit of angle jitter and a tiny bit of position jitter, maybe not so much position jitter, and maybe not as much angle jitter, but there you go. I can also turn down the spacing. We want it to be a bit closer, maybe not that much, and we got a nice weld effect that's happening there. And So yeah, that's what's new in the update. There's two different workflows now. There's the traditional alpha workflow using this brush, or there's the new workflow using the material and stamping it down as you see here. Both have their use cases and both can be quite flexible. It's just up to you and your project. So enjoy.